Welcome 4K to another week of art. This week we are going to be using scissors once again. We're going to be cutting a lot today, and then the following week we are going to be taking everything that we cut and we're going to be seeing what it's going to make. So it's going to kind of be like a puzzle. So we're going to get right into that. You should all have one of these. And this is basically what we're going to be cutting out. So everything with color, you're going to cut out, and everything that is white, you're going to recycle. So, all right, here we go. I'll show you how. So the first thing that we need to do is look at the picture. We have all the red, the greens, the yellow, and the brown pieces kind of spread out. So there's a couple of ways that you could do it. You could individually hold on, or you could hold on to this whole piece of paper and you could cut out each piece individually like this, always turning your paper, not your scissors. Okay. But for an adult, cutting that out, you can see how I struggled turning the paper. Okay. So there's a better way of doing that. One way is we can find where we think the middle is and cut in between pieces. Now we have two pieces like this, and it's a lot easier to hold this piece and cut out each of these individual pieces. The third way is what I really hope that a lot of us do, and that is cut around each piece So I'm not cutting on the black line, I'm just cutting around each of the pieces without touching that black line. Pieces like this I can recycle. Careful to cut in between and not through. And what that does is that gives me a lot of smaller pieces. And that way also, if I don't finish cutting everything today, these fit really well into an envelope. Okay, so we can get started. I would do that to all of these as well. So I can cut in between. Right, your teachers are going to just let you pick one of those methods. So either just cutting each of them out individually, holding on to the huge piece of paper, or cutting the paper in half and then holding on to each half and cutting out, or the third way, cutting into smaller pieces, which I am demonstrating. Okay. So I have all of my pieces cut into smaller pieces. So I take this pile, I move it off to the side, and now I am going to carefully, now that I have a better piece to hold on to, okay, remember, if I'm holding it here, I don't want to start by my fingers, right? That's dangerous. So I'm holding it over here. Now I'm starting on the side that is furthest away from my hand, okay? Now, as I cut, you can see my scissors are open nice and wide. As I close my scissors, I am watching with my eyes and cutting and turning at the same time. Okay, so I open it up again, and I'm slowly closing my scissors and turning at the same time. Okay. I like to keep the black, so you can see I have black on my piece, and I cut right on the outside edge of the black, so I have a little bit left on here. This gets recycled, and I can take each piece when I cut it out, and I can put it inside of my envelope. So then I would continue. I love circles because I open my scissors nice and wide and then turn as I'm closing my scissors. Once I get to the tip, now I open, move my scissors all the way into that closed or the end of my open part of my scissors, and then I close again slowly. That is the hardest thing for my 4K and my kindergarten students to do, is close the scissors slowly and turn while I do it. Okay? But when you get the hang of it with practice, you end up being able to cut right on that line. So I'm going to put this into my envelope, and then I would just continue. If at the end of the class, maybe you work for a little bit and you still have all of this to cut out, which you guys will have a lot to cut out still, we're going to be doing and finishing these next week. So when your teacher says it's time up, you're going to take these and you're going to put the uncut ones inside. Right, and then you're going to flip over your envelope and you are going to write your name. I'm going to write Mr. Monzak. Okay. And then we'll just fold that over, and now you have all of your pieces in your envelope with your name on it. And next week you'll go inside, you'll take them out, and you'll say which ones you still have to cut out. Okay. Good job, everyone. Have a good week. Bye.